The salesperson can oftentimes be the owner, can also be obviously the sales rep, but in addition to the role of increasing revenue, keep in mind the sales representative is also responsible for ensuring a happy, satisfied customer. And the sales rep goal is to reduce all that friction between the company and its customers. In this scenario, we're going to go and demonstrate how you review the current sales. We'll enter in a sales quote and review customer issues and return back to the business. It's important to understand the highlights of this presentation or of this scenario as it does blur the lines between multiple apps within the business applications. Let's begin with reviewing the current sales. So I'm logged in. The first step is to enter in a sales quote, but obviously I need to review and research. I've got my embedded Power BI reports on the left-hand side. If I select on the customer, it drills down and shows me additional details, right? Slims down the estimated revenue of those opportunities. I can click into my trailing orders and see all the trailing orders that I have and close out. Then we'll go ahead and enter in a sales quote. So here I am as a sales representative. I'm in my role-based experience, and I select on one of my favorite customers, or they're, again, my customers that I'm assigned to. I'll select on 20,000, and you see it opens up trade research. They're a customer I'm assigned to. What the sales rep, again, logged into Business Central, is now able to get a much deeper view of the customer, including outstanding balances to ensure that they can make their client aware of any situation. So I drill into the detail of that balance. And again, as before placing a sales quote or a sales order, that sales rep sees that customer has 3 outstanding and overdue invoices. It's really good information to know before they pick up the phone or they're contacting the customer. We'll close out of this list. And now on the right-hand side, it's time for me to enter in a sales quote. Now you see within the integration between our apps, I've got statistical information from Dynamics 365 for sales. I'll click on the 0 and I don't have any current quotes. But in order to open up and start a quote from within my sales application, I click on the button and it opens me up within the client. And I'm here logged in with trade research, again, my customer. And it's important to point out on the right-hand side, again, the statistical information that's being driven from my financial system into the sales app. So I can see the customer, I see the same balance number of $8,500. And again, I can scroll down and see additional details. These are the account statistics that are being brought through the synchronization between the two applications. I'll select the plus sign here to do a quick quote. Enter in the name of the opportunity, the Berlin chairs for trade research. Choose my price list. Again, I only have one in here. It's by default my Business Central. So these are the items coming from my inventory. If I had multiple price sheets, I can assign or select the appropriate one. And we'll go ahead and assign that to trade research. I'll hit save. A little toast pops up and says, let me go view the record. So again, I've got my quote for Berlin chairs. And I'll go ahead and start to add the products. So I select products with the obvious integration within the Dynamics 365 for sales. I can use the templates to import from Excel. I'm just going to go ahead and make it real simple, and I can import or start to type in Berlin. Now, before I type Berlin, I wanted to point out that one of the features in the synchronization tools between the applications is the ability to toggle between either my existing product or I can also select a write-in product. If I select the write-in product, it will bring over that information into Business Central. We'll select or type in Berlin. I'll select that chair, enter in my quantity, hit save and close, and then of course, we need to activate the quote. Okay, quote's been activated, and now I am ready to go. Now with the integration of all the Dynamics 365 apps, the sales rep also wants to ensure there aren't any outstanding issues with customer service. So navigation through the Dynamics 365 menu up at the top, and I'll select on my customer service hub. This is where I get to look at, again, all the cases that might be related to the customers that I'm assigned to. And it's important for me, again, as I manage that relationship between our organizations. Lastly, let's go back and return to the business. So I'm in Dynamics 365 in my customer service application. I'll toggle and I come back into Business Central And remember, I activated that quote. The difference is now over on the right-hand side, my quotes represents 1. Right? So that quote's been updated in the fact box, and again, the standard processes would apply here, meaning I would return to Dynamics 365 for sales. I could process the quote, convert that to an order, and let the business rules take over. So the goal of this scenario was to demonstrate not just the day in the life of a sales representative, but also the seamless experience and the reduced friction that a sales rep has using all of the apps within the Dynamics 365 business applications portfolio.